4 Eastern Washington sheriffs are now challenging a new state law that could allow for the removal of law enforcement leaders who do not comply with new state standards. KREM 2's Regan Gallo joins us live from the newsroom with a closer look at what this legal fight means and what happens next. Regan?
Well, sheriffs from Spokane, Ferry, Oreille, and Stevens County filed the lawsuit. Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles says this law is a clear overreach.
Of applause as we sign
Washington State Senate Bill 5974 became law on April 1st.
This is a great bill, and it's been a lot of hard work from a lot of stakeholders over a long period of time, which we certainly recognize.
2 days later, 4 sheriffs sued the state of Washington, the state legislature, and Governor Bob Ferguson.
The provisions in this legislation are clear violations of the Washington State Constitution.
The law sets stricter eligibility rules for law enforcement leaders like sheriffs, including background checks, age requirements, and a new minimum for years of law enforcement experience. It also requires leaders to maintain a peace officer certification overseen by the state's Criminal Justice Training Commission. Under the new law, they can be removed from office if they lose that certification or fail to meet requirements.
If they want the state to control everything in every community across the state because they just don't like the politics of communities that don't align with their ideals.
Sheriff John Knowles, who spoke out against the bill before it became law, says he hopes the lawsuit shows it was poorly thought out and doesn't align with the state constitution.
It is absolutely removing voters' rights, removing voters' voice and who represents them in law enforcement.
Attorney Mark Lamb represents the 4 sheriffs and says the law violates both the state and federal constitutions.
We just haven't seen states try to do something like this before, where you've had a state try to say, we get to decide who runs for office and we will sort of act as a gatekeeper to who can actually even file for the office of sheriff. And then without the voters doing anything or without a jury convicting someone of a felony, we can simply have, as an unelected body, the ability to vacate that office and remove them from office based on our say-so.
And prosecuting attorneys from Spokane, Ferry, Oreille, and Stevens counties have also been outspoken in their support of the lawsuit. Spokane County's prosecuting attorney Preston McCollum wrote in a letter to the state legislature stating the law erodes the democratic process. KREM 2 News reached out to the state attorney general's office for comment. They told us the AG's office is still reviewing this filing with our state agency clients. We don't have more to add at this time.
Now, the first hearing for this case is set for April 16th in Oreille County. This lawsuit comes just weeks before the sheriffs must file for re-election in May, and the law takes effect on April 30th. For now, I'm reporting in the newsroom, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.